Boulder's top stories this week. The Director of Open Space and Mountain Parks talks about plans for West TSA. Council learns more about Boulder's waste reduction goals, updates to comprehensive plan, and dads and daughters enjoy the Valentine's Day Bash. Hi, I'm Jennifer Jacobs. Last week, Open Space and Mountain Parks released its long-awaited draft plan for the West Trail Study Area, which includes all trails west of Broadway and State Highway 93 from Linden Avenue to El Dorado Springs Drive. The draft plan includes many of the recommendations made by community leaders who participated in a 14-month collaborative process, including access for dogs and horses. But the staff plan also covers mountain biking, which has been a controversial issue. Inside Boulder correspondent Natalie Wood caught up with Director Mike Patton to talk about that decision and what factors the department took into account.
Our department is a charter department. It has a specific charter, and that charter is to fundamentally preserve these lands in perpetuity. And so that's the overarching value. Having good, pleasant community access is also a high value, and it's trying to find a way to balance those. And when we sorted all of this out, given the high existing use, the fragility of the land, our conclusion was adding another very popular sport to an already crowded system would produce conflict that we didn't know how to solve, that no one has really found a way to solve the system except by separating uses, and that didn't make sense to us. So our conclusion was we've provided mountain biking in the southern part of our system. We're looking at providing it in the northern part of this TSA, and as we do the next two TSAs, which are farther north and then to the east, we'll also consider mountain biking there. But in this sort of core city-connected TSA, we did not believe adding another high-use activity made sense. The city has really done a lot. If you think about all of the things that the city has provided, we have half as many bike paths and designated bike routes as we do streets. So the transportation department has done a huge amount. Parks and Recreation is building what's fundamentally a bike park that include many of the interesting features of mountain biking, jumps, dips. The city as a whole has invested quite a lot to provide a biking experience. And so in that context, we thought this was the correct decision.
Mike Patton said that mountain biking has exploded in popularity over the last few years, and although it is allowed just south of the West TSA, OSMP recommends not allowing it in the area, largely due to visitor conflict. For Inside Boulder News, I'm Natalie Wood.
Preserving open space is just one of the many ways the city takes its environmental responsibilities seriously. On Tuesday, City Council heard from staff about ongoing efforts to promote more recycling and composting in Boulder. Work is underway to update the master plan for waste reduction, which was first adopted in 2006. Staff members explained that the goals are to realign the plan with current conditions, identify state-of-the-art practices, and clarify Boulder's path to zero waste. The city will continue to focus on the 3 R's: reduce, reuse, and recycle, but it is considering shifting the way it measures success. In the past, the city has calculated what % of materials have been diverted from the landfill. The current rate is 34%. That measurement is lower than what the city had hoped for, but staff believes it may not capture the whole picture. There is significant data that more households have become engaged in composting and commercial recycling, and it's on the increase. There is an interest in collecting these measurements as well. The staff memo on waste reduction is available in its entirety on the city's homepage. Waste reduction isn't the only master plan undergoing review. Last year, the city launched a major update to the Boulder Valley Comprehensive Plan. The Comp Plan is a guide to the physical development and preservation of the Boulder Valley, but it also incorporates the economic, environmental, and social values that help make Boulder an exceptional and unique place. The 2010 Major Update is an opportunity to make those adjustments to the plan that reflect changing circumstances and community desires. On Wednesday, February 16th, the city and the county are hosting an open house to gather input regarding updated maps and potential changes to the Area 3 Planning Reserve and Service Area expansion process. The open house will be in the municipal building lobby from 5 to 7 p.m. A draft briefing paper that outlines potential options for revisions is available online. The paper will also be available at the open house. Public comments on the update will be accepted through Tuesday, April 26, 2011. The 5th annual Father-Daughter Valentine's Dance was on Saturday, February 5th at the North Boulder Recreation Center, and Inside Boulder News was there to capture all the excitement. Thank you to the 400 participants who got into the spirit, and Parks and Recreation for hosting this very memorable event. Speaking of Valentine's Day, flowers, cards, and candy are all part of the tradition. The city would like to remind you to shop in Boulder, supporting local businesses. And this could even lead you to find unique and personal gifts along the way. If you'd like some great gift-giving ideas and a guide to local deals, visit Buy Into Boulder's website. That's all the time we have today. You can connect with Inside Boulder News on Facebook by submitting news tips and questions. Just search for the City of Boulder Channel 8. That's it for this edition on Inside Boulder News. I'm Jennifer Jacobs. Stick around for more Inside Boulder next.